Hello everybody, I'm SpectralStar and welcome back to the wonderful, terrifying, blood-filled world of Vampyr. Vampire. Vam something. Are we in Whitechapel? Yes we are. Is this where we need to go? Yes it is. We're heading back to see Edgar Swansea at the hospital. And I guess we should convince Shao Shun to go back to Whitechapel. Hope you guys have had a nice week, this couple of days. I've had a blast, enjoying myself quite a lot here lately. Alright, so last episode we did see our sister, and we buried our sister. Well, we saw our sister get buried, I guess you could say. Yeah. Am I going the right way? Yeah, I kinda am. Is that my waypoint? How come I can have like 20 waypoints? Erase marker, please. Thank you. Alright, going the right way. Yeah, there are some ghouls around here. I'm just calling them ghouls.
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth. You. I remember you.
Okay. Oh shit. What the flip? He's got antlers? Dude, this is terrifying. What the hell?
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
Stop your riddles?
Riddles and rhymes. You took my life. Now you insult my mind.
Be stilled, my child. I bring understanding.
Well, bringeth it.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
Okay, Yoda. Actually, Yoda was better at...
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave.
Okay.
So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
Okay. Alright. Well, we sort of met our maker. He is Captain Enigma, apparently. I really don't know how else to put it. He told us basically nothing. Basically nothing. Can I help this man? Let me see here.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Alright.
Do you need medical attention? Well, the proximity of the dead is not the most healthy company. Don't take too many risks with your health, Mr. Chidana. None of us are immune to this disease, and that is a good thing. Death and disease is a constant reminder of our mortality. But you have my thanks, Dr. Reid.
Okay,
Goodbye,
dummy.
Mr. Chidana.
See you later, dummy. I honestly do not think... Oh, shit. I didn't even know that... Whoa. Okay. Crumpled letter. Dear love, I finally found the missing money for the fee asked by the ambulance driver to bring you to the hospital. Don't worry about nothing now except getting better, for I took care of everything. I asked some of our neighbors, and they told me this Mr. Hooks is something of an honest crook. He may ask for extra money in exchange for a bed, but the bed is then guaranteed. I'm sorry I refused to pay first, and realize now that the important thing is that you get better soon. The Pembroke Hospital is a good place, I heard. Despite the bad behavior of this Milton Hooks, I promise you that everything is okay now. I'll see you in the clean bed, in your clean bed as soon as possible. With fondest love, Nikolai. Nikolai? I don't know. Shillings! Let me get there. Ergotamine! Whatever that means. If I even said that right, I'm sure I said it wrong. I'm absolutely positively sure. The hospital.
You at our side, Dr. Reid. I know that Pembroke.
He's healthy. Yeah, I think we need to meet some of these other patients.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reid, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reid, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Okay. You are a vampire.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Describe how you feel.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
Yeah, inform me.
Hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
Ever heard of Cotard syndrome?
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome?
Cotards.
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Okay. Are you a patient here?
I'm assuming you must be a patient.
Yeah.
Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies.
Mm-hmm.
I can leave whenever I want. As
Yeah.
a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Okay, cool. Your enemies.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
Okay. We'll take care of you.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
I would be a terrible doctor. I can't even pretend to not make fun of this. And it's probably a real syndrome and problem, and I apologize for anybody who suffers with it. Who are you really?
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'm assuming you must be
Alright. That's it, I guess. Well, there's another patient we've met.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Don't fucking patronize the patients, dude. What the fuck is wrong with you? Alright, Thomas Elwood.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
What's wrong with
I'm
your
Dr.
face?
Reid, I've recently taken the position
Ooh.
of head surgeon here.
I see now.
War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
Your life in London. Real cause of your injury.
Why do you feel responsible for the injury, Thomas? What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave. It was an accident.
What really happened?
Tell me what really happened then.
I went with a whore in Rouen. Dead drunk I was. The hotel was a shithole.
Yeah.
There was a fire that night.
Did you start the fire? Were you trying to avoid going back to the front? That's not uncommon, you know.
No. It's just that I was asleep when the flames reached the room. The girl was long gone. Bitch never woke me up. Left me to burn.
Wow. What a bitch. Why the lie?
Why lie about it?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans, and it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
True. Beauty is not everything.
Beauty is not everything, Mr. Elwood.
Says Mr. Pretty Face.
True. Alright. How is your stay with us?
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Who is treating you?
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry.
Ooh.
I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Aw. Can I do anything?
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Oof.
Soldier,
Medical checkup.
do you need assistance?
Not really. I think I caught something in this bloody hospital. I swear I'm dead, yet smiling inside, Dr. Reid.
What's he got? Anemia. Jesus. Here.
As long as you remain here, I will make sure you don't have to worry about your health.
Don't think you can do much about it. Damage is done.
Hippocratic Oath. Did you serve for long?
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
About Miss Howcroft's disease.
How close are you to Miss Hawcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
Aw. You let her bite you.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of me blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
She is mentally disturbed.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, She never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Well, I'm not going to pretend to know
Goodbye
anything.
for now, Mr. Elwood.
You've disgust on every street corner. The day
There she
you
is.
routine.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
So let's check up on
Do you
her.
require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your medicine, Dr. Reid. Blood is the only drug I need.
She's healthy. She can't be a vampire. She's healthy. Tell me about Thomas Elwood.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Plan to make him a vampire?
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Are you romantically involved with him?
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
Kinda sucks.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I ship this relationship.
But the suffering continues.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good.
You are Milton's... I'm not gonna do that.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
I wish I could be
I don't know if I should do that. I might do that. If you guys want me to accuse her of being... What the fuck happened here? Wait. What the hell?
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
What the fuck just happened? About recent events in the hospital.
What can you tell me about the recent events in the hospital?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away.
And did you see all this?
No, I was working by the tents when it all happened. I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
Sean Hampton left the hospital?
Did you see Sean Hampton leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared, but... well, maybe it was him?
Where's Miss Jones' body?
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
Okay.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Alright. Wow.
Jonathan, my sincere condolences for your loss.
Your kindness is much appreciated, my lady.
Is there anything you require?
See all we love die?
Are we condemned to attend the funerals of all we love?
Dying is the final act of life, Jonathan. Present company excluded. Accepted.
No right to grief?
As a practitioner of the medical sciences, I'm prepared for the death of loved ones. But mourning in the shadows, deprived of sharing one's grief.
We are no longer a part of the circle of life and death. We are undead, my friend. And so we are outcasts.
Cursed to an eternity of solitude?
I don't know what to expect. Am I cursed to an eternity of solitude?
With time, we Ekon tend to go into isolation. If we survive long enough, that is.
Can we reveal what we are to a relative?
I spied my mother at the funeral. Have you ever revealed yourself to a member of your family?
No, Jonathan. And I'd advise you even from thinking about it.
What could happen?
But what if I was close to someone and wished to tell them the truth?
Fear, loathing, disgust. And then they will plead to be turned. They will see it as salvation. Then there's the risk of gaining the attention of vampire hunters.
We've got tons of that going on. A lot of those we love.
Are we then condemned to lie to those we love?
We are creatures of deception, my friend. But this is more for their sake than ours.
Goodbye, my lady. Until we meet again.
Well, that's weird. Okay, well, let's go talk to Swansea. See what's going on with the old Swan man. Swansea. Swansea, baby. Okay.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCullum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory.
Says the man holding the skull.
I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
Alright, Swansea, let's talk,
What
baby.
happened? The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
Confidence must be restored.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
I'm your only hope again? Right, I'll help you.
Very well. I'll help you.
I know this place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients.
You need to know you can trust me, Edgar.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Well, there's already... I mean, he knew I was a vampire. I'll protect you all.
Rest assured, I will protect you. And your staff.
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
What? Okay.
If you don't mind, I have a few questions.
I'd be delighted to help you if I'm able.
I met the strangest creature.
I just recently met the strangest creature in Whitechapel. He was immense. He mocked me and accused me of hypocrisy.
Perhaps it was a scowl. London's streets are overflowing with them these days.
He was really menacing.
He was observing me with the obvious intent to do me harm. His very presence evoked a palpable sense of menace.
You need to be careful, Jonathan. You've no idea what this creature really is.
It was a vampire.
It was a vampire, all right. But what kind, I'm not sure. He was large and very fast.
If you find anything more about this creature, the Brotherhood would greatly appreciate any information you could spare.
Yeah, the big gray dude that hopped down from the terrace. To enter a church is difficult.
I recently tried to enter a church. It has been a very unpleasant experience.
The Brotherhood's research on the matter of faith and vampirism has proved somewhat insubstantial, to say the least.
Science can't explain this.
It's hard to explain in terms of science, that's for sure.
I'm sure Lady Ashbury will have far greater insight into this matter than little old me.
Am I cursed?
Is this proof that I'm cursed in the eyes of the divine?
The wrath of the Almighty? There's no way of knowing. It could be subconscious guilt, or irrational fear, or deep-seated beliefs.
Okay. What happened while I was absent?
What exactly happened here while I was absent?
Hampton turned, quite violently as it happened. Lurking about, attacked Miss Jones. To say he created quite a commotion would be an understatement.
Hampton really killed her?
Are you sure it was Hampton who killed Miss Jones?
There was blood everywhere, but no body. And you know the state she was in. I fear for what he did with her. Hopefully he just hid the corpse.
Yeah. Who informed the guard of Prewin?
How did the guard of Prewin come to hear of this?
McCullum has spies everywhere. He will jump at any opportunity to disparage the Brotherhood and show his contempt.
Okay. Who was that man?
Who was that man in your office?
Geoffrey McCullum, actual leader of the Guard of Prewin. I suspect he's the man behind the rebirth of this old and dusty society.
They know I'm here?
They know I'm here now, don't they?
I can guarantee one thing. The Guard of Prewin would never dare to attack the hospital while I'm in charge here.
What is their goal?
What do they hope to achieve?
Their ultimate goal is the eradication of all vampires in the country. They see you as a threat to mankind, Jonathan.
Oof. Alright.
Thank you, Edgar.
Okay, so I think that's all that Edgar has to say for now.
If you don't mind, I have a few...
I'd be...
Alright, guys.
Thank you, Edgar.
The next, this episode and the next few are going to be a little bit shorter because I want to pump more of a constant stream out.
Lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Yeah. I want to be able to get, like, more episodes in during the week so you have more to watch. But then again, it's kind of like less, but it's more frequent uploads. I don't know how I'm going to go about it. But we'll figure it out in the next few days or so. And I'm SpectralStar. Hope you guys have enjoyed Vampyr. I'm enjoying it. Lots of fun. Lots of great writing. I love the characters. I love the combat. I really like it. It's a good game. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Omae wa mo, Kodoku.
And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg you.